Update. Diary of a Black American who abandoned America and the American dream. This man gave up what many would consider the American dream to reside in the Philippines and be amongst the Filipinos, which is described as a third world country. Okay? So here's a man, he abandoned the American dream. He said, the heck with it. He packed up, he came to the Philippines. Okay? When he got here, he's been run into some difficulties. And I want you to understand that SHITE happens. Things happen. You can plan, you can forecast, you can do all the things, prepare, you can do all of that, but things happen that's beyond your control. And the way the gentleman explained to me the other day was that, yeah, even though you plan and you make preparations, he says that the Creator is the best of planners. That his plan, the one who created you, his plan is the best plan. So when things don't go according to your plan, sit down, take a minute, take a break, relax. Don't get upset. Relax, he said. And I'm thinking to myself, how are you going to relax, man? You're 3,000 miles away from where you come from. And you don't have no income coming in. He says, relax. He says, because the man above is in control. He's in charge. He's promised certain things to you. So he says, all you need to do is sit back and just listen for your instructions. He says that the Creator has promised that help will come to you from places where you never would have imagined it to come from. Why? He says because the Creator, the universe, some people say, Allah, is in charge of everything. He makes everything happen. So he says he put forth a brilliant effort, he thought, in coming here. He had no idea that he had an overpayment. He had no idea that they were going to take his money and that he was going to be left with no income whatsoever. He had no idea. He had no warning, nothing. He says, so it's got to be a plan that's greater than his plan. And so what's that plan? He told me the only way that he could find out what the plan is to sit back and look, to sit back and observe, to see what happens. He says he's sitting back and he's observing where his help is going to come from. Man, listen, the guy, he amazed me. He did. He amazed me. Because at first I couldn't conceive that. You see, that you're going to just sit back and do nothing. How are you going to do that? You got to take medicine. You got to eat. You know, you got to keep some kind of bills paid. You got to have electricity. You can't be out here in this desolate heat without a fan, air con or something, man. You're not a Filipino. You wasn't born here. But he says that he believes that he's going to be sustained. He believes that whatever he goes through is a test for him. And not only a test, he believes it's a reward for him. I says, okay, at that point, I had to stop him. I had to say, how is it a reward for you to have a difficulty? He says, because in the difficulty, it means what? It means that the man who created me is paying me some attention. And I have the opportunity to prove to the man who created me that I'm worthy of his attention and all that he's done for me for all the years that I've been in the United States and done the things that I've done. I said, wow, okay, I follow you. I can follow that. That makes sense to me. Okay. So as of today, he's sustaining. He has, what do you call it? Cargo boxes where he actually had shipped certain food items from the U.S. to the Philippines. So he has a box of food items. He told me that he has a large number of children. And basically he says that, he spent his whole life on his children and their mother. He said that was his entire life. He says that when the other day he got a little upset or he got a little worried because he didn't have water. He's got to drink purified water. He can't drink the regular water. So he's got to have purified water. He's got to buy water. Water lasts him, I think he said, like 3 days. He's got to have water, and he said he was wondering about how he was going to get food, how he was going to get, because he's got to eat because he's a diabetic. So he's got to eat. So it's not like he can just, like some guys can just rough it, I ain't got no food, I ain't got to eat. Well, he's got to eat because, if he don't eat, I think he says he's getting low blood sugar, not high. He gets low blood sugar. So he's got to eat. So he was, the other day he said he started proportioning his food so that he would have a certain amount of food per day based on what he has in stock now, that he would, this is like chicken, these were chickens he was proportioning so that he would have these foods so that he would be able to eat them every day. So he says he got a text message and one of his kids had sent him money, sent him a WhatsApp, sent him money. And he was like, wow, okay. So he texted his kid back. He thanked him, told him how much he appreciated. He said, but in reality, he was truly overwhelmed. The fact that his son had sent him money and his daughter had sent him money because he didn't expect it. He wasn't looking. At that particular time, he wasn't looking for that. But it was there at the time when he needed it. And he said, Allahu Akbar. He says, because that was his confirmation that the man is in control, that Allah is in charge, the Creator is in charge. Because when he was at a low, he sent him something that would uplift him. And that was that his kids sent him some money. You see? So I was like, wow, man, I said, man, that's That's an incredible thing, man. That's a hell of an insight. That's a hell of a way to look at stuff, man. He says, but it's only one way to look at it. He says, look at it how it really is. You know, he says, look at it just how it really is. You know, so he's doing okay. He's I'm believing that, you know, I found out that he has kids, and his kids are well. His kids are well off. His kids are, you know, they're well off. They're educated. They're good kids, according to him. And so therefore, I kind of, at first I was worried about him. I was really concerned about him, but I'm kind of thinking that maybe, you know, his ace in the hole is going to be those kids to pull him off. We don't know. I don't know. We don't know, you know, but nevertheless, that's what happened. So his kids send him a few bucks. He says it wasn't nothing to, you know, go out and party or buy a case of RC, because the brother drinks RC, right? He said wasn't enough to go buy a case of RC or not. He says enough to, you know, hit that light bill when it come in a couple of days. He said he go hit that light bill, and he go be, you know, he put a couple of dollars of it in his bank account, because he said his bank account was on zero. So I'm like, man, can you imagine, you know, a guy getting money, you know, all the time and doing things and doing so forth and so on, and his bank account is on zero, and he put a couple of dollars in there to keep it off zero. Can you imagine, you know, how the average guy would just be freaking out, you know? But hey, here we go. We're in the Philippines. This guy, his spirits is good. He's happy. Doesn't seem to be having any, you know, regrets. He's not talking about, hey, call my kids, get me the hell out of here. You know, none of that, man. None of that is going on. So what I'm trying to tell you is, hey, listen, stay tuned. Okay. We're going to follow this guy all the way through. We're going to see what's going to happen. Okay. And, we're going to see, you know, just how dedicated he is to this lifestyle here in the Philippines. You know, I'm here. I've been here. I'm telling you that, I can understand his mindset, because in reality, you know, this place will make you fall in love with it. This is a creation, a place that God created, and man, it's spectacular. Man, it's, you know, I'm going to take you guys on a road trip with me. Okay. But anyhow, listen, this is my update on the diary of the Black American who abandoned the American dream for the Philippines. Let me remind you, when you help other people, you help yourself. When you help other people, you help yourself. I want you to stay blessed, be safe. If you're in the United States, if you're in the UK, wherever you are, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the people. I don't know if it's because of this COVID or whatever, but I see the crime is astronomical. Hey, don't be a victim. Okay? Be smart. Think. Watch where you're going. Watch what you're doing. Okay? Okay, listen, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to give you an update on our buddy here in the Philippines. Also, I'm going to give you an update with some shorts. My guys at Octagon, okay? The guys at Octagon, they really threw the numbers crazy. You know, they really liked it, those guys. So, and my grandson. Yeah, not my grandson. Yeah, my grandson. My grandson's video went crazy. They loved his birthday video, okay? So again, take care, be safe, and God bless.